if you're only going to play one or two heroes, you're going to have a hard time sometimes because your hero might not be relevant in all gameplay situations all the time. And this isn't our goal. Our goal is to have heroes all have a place in the game, but not necessarily be played wholly and solely all the time by themselves. I believe that super highly skilled players can pull off something like that occasionally, but just be careful. You might be damaging the experience for yourself, and you might be risking experience for your teammates as well.
Hey, what's up guys, this is Liam or Weagle on your Overwatch, back with a new video. Today we're going to be talking about things that Jeff Kaplan has said that seem to take a different approach to what Blizzard are usually expressing when it comes to matchmaking and the heroes you play, and also about how some of the heroes are balanced and it's affecting our ranked games, and also people's personal experience of Season 8, because I feel like there's a really negative approach to Overwatch at the minute, especially with the Overwatch League. I've seen videos upon videos of people expressing how they would much rather watch Overwatch than play it just because of frustrations they find in their games. I want to urge you guys to remember that this video is based on my personal preferences, but I'm also going to try to take a look at everyone's perspective and why these different angles create friction in ranked games. Some of you keep asking me recently, Weagle, why are you playing at Diamond all of a sudden? Well, it ties in well with this video, and I'll get into that a little bit later on. I want to talk about what Jeff has been saying when it comes to hero changes and playing certain heroes. So first things first, Jeff has, after 2 years, said if you are deciding to play only one or two heroes, you are probably hurting the experience of yourself and the people on your team when you play the game of Overwatch. Now, when he mentions this, he was talking specifically about heroes like Mei and Symmetra, and the reason for this is people are asking for them to be buffed, and Jeff is explaining that they do want to get them a little bit more in line with some quality of life changes, but these two heroes aren't necessarily supposed to be picked all of the time, whereas other heroes like Genji and Tracer may just be better in more situations, and that's how the game is balanced. That's how they want it to be. They don't want every hero to be available in every context. So to put it into context for myself, I thought, well, when I used to play a game like Call of Duty, in some of the maps I would play sniper rifle every time because of the long lines of sight, and in other maps I'd never pick it because it wasn't optimal for me to get the most kills and win the game. So when you look at it objectively and coming to win a game of Overwatch in ranked, some people are in there to try and win every game in any hero that needs picked, and some people want to win on the hero they want to play, and this is where friction is caused and makes a lot of the recent seasons quite toxic in ranked. And in Season 8 in particular, with the launch of Overwatch League as well, people are like, I really want to play that version of Overwatch. So that clash is even more than ever. Some people realizing you're playing a niche hero and some people not really wanting to swap off of it regardless. When you've got these two sub-communities of friction, I can actually understand what Jeff is saying and even read between the lines in the words that he's using that it's very difficult for the Play Overwatch team to try to cater to the 30 million people that play the game. And even though it seems like they are taking a stance on you shouldn't just play one hero, well, that's not really going to change things in the short term. Finally, on this one trick thing, you can even look at some certain ranks. You can look at really good matchmaking players, pros as well, tweeting out, making videos, talking about ranked constantly. And I can even tell you myself from personal experience, you think it's going to get way better when you get to Grandmasters, but it only takes one person to ruin a game of Overwatch, whether it's on your team or the other team. If 6 people are trying the optimal stuff and the 5 people on the other team are and 1 isn't, the team with 6 people trying the optimal solution is usually going to win. And you see the best players in the world losing hundreds and hundreds of SR because people just throw on their team more times in one day than another, and it really delegitimizes most of the ranks. You get up there, you think it's going to be great, and it's not. And besides some of the best top 500 players, some of the pros and amazing matchmaking players, even people at that rank play inflexible and are leagues away from the competition around them, and that is what creates all of this friction. So to move on, how do I enjoy the game at the minute? And I want you guys to let me know how you're enjoying the game, because I'm sitting at Diamond a lot at the minute, and you're thinking why? Well, the reason is what I've decided to do when I play Overwatch is actually ignore my rank and play with my friends. Now this is difficult, and Overwatch is the only game I've ever played that does this, where queuing up with your friends even in ranked is extremely difficult. Most games, when you have a full team at least, will give you a bigger threshold to play with different teammates. So in order for me to play with Eddie on the channel, FREEDO as well, and a few of our buddies, we've had to play on multiple of our own alt accounts that we haven't played on for months to try and get a team together. When we do that and we play at the ranked, you know what's really interesting at like Diamond when you play in a 6-stack? Them games are way more competitive than any GM game I've ever played in, because when someone sees a stack on the other team, it really changes up their approach to the game in trying to win it. They know they can't play attack sim against a 6-stack, so they won't do it. And it forces this really interesting play that you don't see, and it gives you that experience that you might think you would want after you've watched a pro game, or if you're just a competitive player yourself and you want to get the most out of a game and learning it. Now there is also a big argument as well that comes into this, and again it is conflicting with the millions of opinions we have about the game and how it should be played. I'm by no means saying that you're wrong for one-tricking and you have to do it a certain way, but this is what I prefer. Boosting isn't actually a thing either when you play in a 6-stack, because even though I'm GM and Eddie is plat, we know that these ranks don't necessarily mean a lot anyway. And when we play in a team, the only thing that matters is the win. It's the team win that matters. So you play with your friends, you play with your buddies, you learn the game, and if you do lose in a 6-stack, which is entirely possible, even against solo queuers, it can easily happen, you've only got yourself to blame. And then as soon as you take a 5-stack because 6 of your friends aren't online, and you get that one person that comes in, which I will go back to the start of the video, I said, it only takes one person to ruin a game, instantly that game is stripped away from you. And also another thing that I want to throw in that doesn't make a lot of sense is there is a very tight restriction on who you can play with when you search, yet how many times have you searched and been 1000 SR away from people in your games anyway? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So that's my niche, and other people have their own niches that they like to do. They want to play a certain hero and some people don't. People want to care about rank and others don't. People want to mimic the pro play and others don't. So what do we do from here? I want a team queue, or at least a role queue. I want people to want to swap and play with each other, but other people want to play their one thing. It's an impossible situation. So let me know how you enjoy ranked and what you get from what Jeff is saying, because to me, he's saying, don't hurt your experience and other people around you, improve it, learn different heroes, play it, play the game, learn different strategies. And I understand where he's coming from, but I just don't know if that's ever going to happen without the team queue that we've been begging for the last 2 years. All I know, guys, is that you need to try and play the game so that you enjoy it, but don't harm other people's experiences, because that's what's happening, and that's why everything's so negative. And I think that's why I hear some frustration in the things that Jeff says in his post on the Play Overwatch channel. So guys, let us know what you think, and be sure to hit that like button, as it really does help us out and lets us know that you're enjoying the content. As always, hit that bell icon so you get notified when our videos go live. Be sure to have a great day as always. Take care and peace, people.